Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready to dive in? Today it's AI and academic publishing, specifically how Elsevier is handling this whole AI tool explosion. Like ChatGPT.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Elsevier's trying to find a balance, They see the potential, but obviously scientific research has to stay credible.
And they actually put out some pretty specific guidelines, right? Like, what's the big takeaway for authors actually using these tools?
So it's not a flat-out no on AI. They get that it can be useful, like making the writing clearer, more precise, that sort of thing.
Right, like a superpowered grammar editor or something.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Elsevier is really drawing a line between assisting with writing and actual authorship. Authorship means owning the research, the ideas, the whole thing. AI's not there yet.
Makes sense. So using AI as a tool. Okay. But what about transparency? Isn't knowing how research was done like the whole point of science?
You nailed it. Transparency is key. Elsevier's clear. You use AI, you disclose it. Readers, other researchers, they need to know how the sausage is made, so to speak. Maintains that trust.
Keeping everything above board. I like it.
Exactly. And this leads to an interesting point when it comes to visuals, images. Elsevier says, nope. No AI-generated stuff allowed.
Oh, that is interesting. Why so strict on that?
Well, AI image generators are cool, but they don't always, shall we say, stick to reality. Scientific images, they have to be accurate, not some AI's artistic interpretation.
They don't want extra chromosomes appearing in those lab rat photos. But yeah, I get the concern. Manipulation, accidental or not, it could mess with the science.
100%. For now, stick to the good old-fashioned cameras and microscopes.
And speaking of keeping things accurate, reviewers, what's Elsevier's stance on them using AI?
Reviewers, they're essential. They're the ones making sure the research is solid, that the conclusions make sense, and upholding ethical standards, of course.
Yeah, no pressure or anything, right?
Yeah.
But seriously, it's a huge responsibility. So when AI-generated content is in the mix, how's it changing things for reviewers, according to Elsevier?
Well, first and foremost, confidentiality is a big deal. Reviewers can't just be popping a manuscript into ChatGPT and saying, hey, what do you think? That's a huge no-no. Authors trust them to keep things under wraps.
It'd be like, I don't know, forwarding someone's private emails without asking. Total breach of trust.
Exactly. And then there's the fact that AI, well, it could end up giving a biased opinion on the research itself, or just plain get it wrong.
So no AI shortcuts for writing those peer review reports.
Nope, Elsevier's drawing a line in the sand there. They're really emphasizing that human judgment, critical thinking, those are essential for a good peer review.
It's interesting, right? These guidelines really show how important human experience still is, especially in a field like scientific publishing. You can't just automate everything.
Totally. And the same goes for editors, by the way. Same themes, confidentiality, using AI responsibly, and keeping that peer review process rock solid.
So no robot editors taking over anytime soon.
Not quite. Although Elsevier seems to get that things change fast with AI, so they're saying they'll keep revisiting these guidelines as AI gets more, well, advanced.
Okay, so they're keeping an open mind. I like that. It's proactive. It says, hey, we want to embrace innovation, but not at the expense of good science.
Absolutely. And, it goes beyond just saying yes or no to AI. Elsevier is putting money into building their own AI tools, specifically for the publication process.
Hold on. Wait a minute. They're using AI to, what, manage the other AI?
Sort of like they're using AI to catch plagiarism, to find the perfect reviewers with the right expertise for a paper, even just to make sure the submissions are complete.
This is like an AI hall monitor, making sure everything's on the up and up.
Exactly. The idea is to use AI to make science stronger, not to, cut corners.
Which is what really matters at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Making sure we're advancing knowledge. So if AI can help us do that and do it ethically, then it's worth talking about. What kind of impact could these guidelines have both for Elsevier and the bigger picture?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? These guidelines are just for Elsevier, but it's a huge step. It's like they're setting the stage for how we handle AI in academic publishing as a whole. The implications are huge, way beyond just one publisher.
It's like a blueprint, right, for this whole new world of research.
Yeah, exactly. And it goes beyond Elsevier, beyond just academics even. This whole question of authorship, who's responsible, being transparent, that's everywhere, right?
It really makes you think, if we're setting these rules for research, shouldn't we be doing the same thing for, like, news articles, art, our everyday lives even?
Absolutely. Like, imagine reading an article. Wouldn't you want to know if a person wrote it or if some AI spit it out, or if you're looking at a painting, knowing an AI made it, that changes how you see it, doesn't it?
Totally. It's like, what does human creativity even mean when
Yeah.
AI is doing so much.
Exactly. And that's why this is such a big deal. It's not just the tech itself, it's us figuring out how to live with it, where the lines are, how to make sure AI helps us be more creative, not less.
It's a wild time, that's for sure. Things are changing so fast.
Yeah.
But looking at what Elsevier's doing, it gives us a place to start, right?
Right.
They're trying to find that balance, using what's new, but protecting what's important about science.
Yeah, and it shows that we need to keep talking about this stuff. Think about the big picture, what AI means for all of us, and we have to do it now.
It's on all of us, right?
Yeah.
To stay informed, to talk about it, and to make sure AI is used ethically. The future of, well, knowledge itself might depend on it.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So much to think about. Where do you see all of this going, this whole AI and human thing? How do we hang on to what makes us human in this new world? We want to hear from you, so let us know. Until next time, keep those brains buzzing and keep on diving deep.